The world of Red Dead Redemption 2 is full of points of interest. Often these points of interest deal in unique discoveries that raise more questions than they answer. Because, let's face it, if they answered every question their open world made us ask, then there'd be hardly any fun in it. And sometimes it's fun questioning the odd stuff. Well, in today's video we're checking out a boat aboard which we can find one of these points of interest. And that point of interest is, oddly enough, a phonograph. I'm not selling this as odd yet, but I'll explain as we go. To find the phonograph, we need to head to a houseboat which can be located to the north of Blue Water Marsh, at the location marked on the map. When you arrive here, you'll be met by a rather homely looking boat, connected to the shore via a plank of wood. The boat is empty and we can find no sign of its occupant. The upper deck appears to function as something of a sleeping area, which appears to indicate that only one person occupied this boat. On the upper deck you can find a cigarette card, so for sure check it out, but there's nothing more of note up there. If you've been here yourself, you've probably noticed that regularly you can hear music coming from the cabin. That is because inside the cabin of this boat you will discover a rather unusual find, a device we can inspect. A phonograph. Arthur will sketch it in his journal, and the phonograph will then be marked on the world map. What makes me curious about this phonograph is sometimes you can come to this location and the phonograph will be playing, but there doesn't appear to be anybody here. Now I know that it's common sense that phonographs don't turn themselves on, do they? But I don't believe this to be an indication that this boat does have current occupants, in a similar sense to how the lights turn on by themselves at night. So the phonograph is a cool little point of interest to find, and that's likely all it was intended to be. However, I am curious as to what has become of the owner of this boat, as I can simply find no sign of them. The owner is simply gone. Now the question that raises is why? We are in the Blue Water Marsh region. There are many creepy things that go on down these ways. One such example is a terrifying band of mute outlaw murderers known as the Night Folk, who stalk the bayou at night. And we can encounter these Night Folk not too far away from this boat at all. I do realise that this hanging man is an encounter that we can have at a number of locations in the region, but could this be the owner of that boat? On his body we can find a letter that indicates that he was mobile in the region, trying to evade the Night Folk. I could imagine there are worse methods of getting about in the swamp than using the waterways at least. But if this boat was your home, and the Night Folk were a problem, wouldn't you just leave? So is this poor hanging fellow our man? Probably not. There are so many unpleasant fates that could have just as easily befallen the owner of this boat. Maybe the owner's still alive and just hides when we get close. After all, someone has to turn the phonograph on. I did stick around for a few nights in-game to see if anyone would actually show up. I know it was a slim chance, and obviously nobody did. So I do feel like the owner of this houseboat has somehow met their fate. And I know that the Night Folk stalk this region, killing absolutely indiscriminately. Do you reckon this boat wouldn't draw their attention with the phonograph blasting music? These are questions we'll likely never get answers to, so let me know what you think down in the comment section. Thus concluding today's video about the phonograph aboard the houseboat. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. That would be fantastic. Head down to the comments to enter your theories and to suggest any other locations you want me to investigate. And with any luck, I'll catch you all very soon with another video at some point. But until next time, take care and goodbye.